Hello, my name is Keshwani. There's K-E-S-H-W-A-N-I, Keshwani. We are here because we want to prepare for the math portion of the GRE. We have been solving math problems out of this book here, the official guide to the GRE, the revised general test. If you do not own this book already, purchase one immediately. You're going to need it in order for you to be able to prepare for the GRE. There is no such thing as preparation for the GRE without this book. This is where you're going to find the real material, the real questions. The problem that I'm about to solve is the one that you will find on page number 155. Page 155, and today is our day number 51. The problem that we are about to solve is the exact same problem that appeared in the old exam, in the old book right here that I'm holding in my hand, Practicing to Take the GRE General Test, the 10th edition. In this book, the one that I'm holding in my hand, it appeared on page number 124. In the new book, of course, you find here on page 155. So if you're interested in watching the old video as to how I solved this question when I did it some time ago, just type in this tag GRE Math Day 11, page 124. Always put the page number 124 and put in 10th edition, it will pop right up. I would recommend that you also watch that video. So here's the question. We are given a parallelogram A, B, C, D. We are told that this thing is 125, this angle is 125. We are also told that A to D is 4, A to D is 4, and we are told that C to D is 6. And we basically asked to compare the area of this parallelogram against 24. Area of the parallelogram against 24. But before we do this problem, let's not worry about this problem. Before we do this problem, I would like to do this problem right here. P to Q we are told is 4, Q to R we are told is 6. This is 125, just like here, this is 125, because it's a parallelogram. Let's compare the area of this triangle PQR versus 12. Let's see how it compares. When this question was given in the real exam, believe it or not, almost 3/4 of the people got this question wrong. Only 27% of people got it right. Only 27%. As I said, almost 3/4 missed it. And of those people, of the 3/4 of people who missed it, they fall broadly in two categories. And I'm going to talk about both of them. The first category of those people who missed it are these. They're going to sit there and say, area of the triangle is 1/2 base times height. 1/2 base we know is 4, height we are told is 6, and therefore half of that is 12. And since this parallelogram is just made up of two identical triangles, the area of this thing is 12. Therefore they're going to say the area of that thing is 12, and they're going to go 1/2 base times height, 4 times 6 times 2, because there are two of them, this triangle and that triangle, and they come up with the answer of 24, and they're going to say the answer is C. They are wrong. They are wrong. The area of the triangle PQR, the height of this triangle PQR is not 6. Let's talk about what height means. This is wrong. The height does not equal 6. And there is no way to figure out the height. Let's talk about what the height actually means. The height of a triangle means exactly what it says. Let's take a look at this triangle here. How high is this triangle? Well, how high is this triangle? The height of a triangle means you take the highest point on the triangle and you ask yourself, how high is it from the base? How high is it from the base? This is the height. This side is not the height. This side is not the height. How high is this triangle? The answer to that question is, well, what is the highest point on the picture? And how high is it from the ground? Same thing here. The height of this triangle is this guy right here. It is not 6. 6 is not the height. And there is no way to figure out the height of this triangle. This is the second category of people who missed it. These people, the second category that I'm describing right now, they are a little bit above the first category, because at least they realize that the height is not 6. So they are not the same caliber as the first group, which is the lower group. The middle group is where they sit there and say to themselves, well, this is not the height, 6 is not the height. So if I do not know 1/2 base, which we know is 4, times the height, which is the big question mark, since I do not know the height, there is no way to figure out the area. And they are absolutely right. There is no way, listen carefully, there is no way to figure out the area, figure it out. And therefore they say to themselves, well, since there is no way to figure out, and they are not wrong, they are right, there is no way to figure out the area of this triangle. And therefore they say that the answer is D. Well, actually there are other ways, but if any kind of complicated geometry that is required, and if a problem requires the knowledge of analytical geometry, then you're missing the point here, because GRE assumes that you have never heard of analytical geometry. GRE assumes that you have never heard of sine, cosine, and so on and so forth. So the problem has to be of such a nature that it can be solved without any knowledge of analytical geometry. So without the analytical geometry, there is no way to figure out the area of this triangle, and therefore they say the answer is D. They are also wrong, and the reason why they are wrong is because they do not understand. They do not understand what these questions are called. These questions are called, and I'm going to actually write it down for emphasis. These questions are called quantitative quantitative computation. Or are they? No, they are not. They are not called quantitative computation. Nobody is asking you to compute anything at all. They are asking you to compare the two quantities, not compute them. Anybody can compute the two quantities and tell me which one is bigger. What's the bloody point in it? You are simply asked to compare the two quantities. So if that's what you're asked, nobody's asking you what the area of this triangle is. All you have to be able to realize is that the height of this triangle from here to here, whatever the hell it is, because Q to R is 6, therefore the height, whatever it is got to be less than 6. How do we write less than 6? This is how we write less than 6. Put down 6, put a minus sign on top. Something more than 7, you write 7 and put a sign, positive sign on top. So the height of this triangle, whatever it is something less than 6. Therefore, the area of PQR is 1/2 base, which is 4, times height, which is something less than 6. We do not know what it is. We do not care to know what it is. We are not interested in knowing this thing. All we are interested in knowing is the fact that it is less than 6, whatever the hell it is. Therefore, 4 times something less than 6 is going to be something less than 12. Half of that is going to be something less than, 4 times something less than 6 is going to be something less than 24. And half of that is going to be something less than 12. And therefore, because it is the union of two identical triangles, the area of this thing is something less than 24. Something less than 24. And therefore, the problem that is given to us is column A, column B. In column A, they ask us for the area of ABCD. Area of ABCD. And in the second column, they give us 24. And we just found out that the area of this thing, whatever it is something less than 24. We do not know what it is. There is no way to figure it out. But we do know for a fact that it is less than 24 because the height is less than 6. This is the height from the C to this bottom. This height has to be less than 6 because you just told me that this guy is 6. If this guy at an angle is 6, then this line is coming straight down perpendicularly to the base. It's got to be less than 6. C to, let's call it C to A, B, C, D, let's call it E here. C to E is equal to something less than 6. C to D equals 6. That's all. Therefore, the area of this thing is, whatever it is less than 24. And since it's less than 24, something less than 24 has got to be less than 24. Obviously. I'm going to say it one more time. Something less than 24 has got to be less than 24. It's a tautology. Oh, we're digressing big time now. The answer here is B. The word that I just used was, let's see, where can I squeeze this? The word that I just used was tautology. A tautology is something that is true by definition. Something that is true by definition, something that does not require a proof, is said to be tautological. It's said to be tautological. As I'm speaking here, I'm also buying some time here because I'm trying to figure out which day we learned it. It was on day number 38. If you're interested in learning this word properly, tautology, just type in this tag, Keshwani Prep. As a matter of fact, you don't even have to type in this thing. Just type in vocabulary. Vocabulary. Day 38. And if you get more than one hit, if you cannot find it, then just type in Keshwani Prep along with it. It will pop right up and learn that word. That's it, we are done. This is the reason why 3/4 of the people missed it, because as I said, about half the people who missed it put down D as the answer because they said to themselves there is no way to figure out the height, and they are correct in saying that, and they're correct in asserting that there is no way to figure out the height of the triangle. What they missed was the fact that they're sitting there and trying to actually compute, they're trying to actually figure out the area of the triangle. And that's what they said to themselves, since I cannot actually ascertain the exact area of the triangle, the answer is D. They are wrong, because nobody's asking you to figure out the area of the triangle. All you have to be able to tell me is whether or not it is more than, less than, or equal to 24. That is all you have to tell. And the first category of the people who missed it, they are the lower level, as I told you, because they don't even realize that 6 is not the height. They just go 6 times 4, 24, and they put down C as the answer. C is not the answer. C is for the suckers. I will see you tomorrow on day number 52, where we'll do the problem that you see on the bottom, which is actually quite involved. Hopefully you'll be able to brook it. Oh boy, this will never end. Let's learn the word broke. And after that I'm going to end the video. The word that I just used was broke. Learn it. I'm not going to go into it. I'm going to create a little suspense for you as to what the word means. I'm going to use it in the context. It said we'll do the problem that you see on the bottom of page number 155 tomorrow. It is a little bit involved. Hopefully you will be able to brook it. Type in day 4, vocabulary day 4, and learn the word broke. I shall see you tomorrow. Okay? Bye now.